It's a tense time for China, Japan, and the U.S. The competing sovereignty claims over the Diaoyu Islands by both Asian powers have deteriorated relations and heightened tension. The dispute reached a climax earlier this month when the Japanese government bought several of the Diaoyu Islands from a landowner that claimed to own the islands. And anti-Japanese protests swelled days later, reaching fever pitch as the anniversary of the Moncton incident drew near. And now the United States have become a main player in the row because of its commitment to the U.S.-Japan Security Pact. Netizens have cried foul over America's deployment of F-22 fighter jets and Osprey planes to Japan, as well as amphibious assault trainings. And in addition, the announcement of a creation of another missile defense system to be built by Washington and Tokyo added to more criticism. Now, the news that American military reconnaissance plane dubbed the Cobra Ball is conducting missions from Japan is adding more fire to the flame. Japan's regional security analysts say that the surveillance planes are not only looking out for North Korean missiles, but also Chinese missiles close to the Diaoyu Islands. Let's take a look at what Weibo users have to say about this.
China has never thought about using ballistic missiles against Japan, right? Are the missiles aimed at India and Vietnam? Get rid of their reconnaissance plane first, then they'll be dumbfounded. Military reconnaissance flights from the US, Japan, and others over China has never stopped. This is just playing around. It's hardly surprising. Yankees are saying, you didn't learn anything from the Korean War? Want to try and see what happens? Both America and Japan are collaborating on the same game. What Cobra Ball? In the eyes of China, the Cobra Ball has long been a drop of trash in the water. The Americans shouldn't be too happy for long. Shoot it down and study it. Diaoyu Islands is China's last bastion against U.S. containments. Japan is just a watchdog at the door. The gun is aimed at the bird who wants to come out. The Americans want Japan to come out. Come on then.
It seems like many netizens are already gearing up for a battle between China and the United States. Can a military conflict be avoided? Absolutely. Can the road between China and Japan be solved without a gun? Sure, why not? But it helps to know that there are factors in both China and Japan that complicate the matter. For one thing, rising nationalism in both countries have placed their governments in a bind. Conciliatory measures and actions are deemed weak by the public. With upcoming elections on way in Japan, politicians feel they must take a hard line against China in order to get votes. And in China, protesters have been calling for military action against Japan. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what China, Japan, and the U.S. will do in the coming weeks to ease tensions.